Hey, it's Chrissy from Eden, North Carolina.
All right. Welcome.
Hayward, California.
Hey, Whitener.
Tennessee.
Orange Sanderson from
Berkeley, California. Crystal Gales, Alexandria, Virginia.
Maryland. Yeah.
Melissa Haby from North Carolina.
Louisiana.
Mary Owens from Virginia.
All right, Mary. And Nikisha, your line is a little low, so you may want to speak up.
Honda Bergen, Team Andy.
Cedric, the entrepreneur, Detroit, Michigan.
Well, listen. You got your phone? They got the team network. The owners are on the line, online, talking about the product.
Welcome. Who else?
Oh, Mr. Detroit, Michigan. Hey, Gill, Team Innovation, Alexandria, Virginia.
Hey, Rich Norman, High Point, North Carolina.
I know. That's what you been on the ground.
Ashley Gale, Team Innovation, Alexandria, Virginia.
Go ahead and mute out the line. We have so many people on the call that we want to make sure everybody gets a chance to do a shout out. Let us know who you are and where you're calling from. Delaware, California. California.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Did you hear that? There are so many people on this line. This is amazing. I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, there's so much excitement in the house. But you know what? We got to get this party started because there's so much to go over. Is that right, Mr. T?
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and introduce our host for the call today, Mr. Thaddeus Morrell, who has been in the industry for a very long time. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. He knows a good opportunity when he sees one. And it is such a pleasure to work alongside him. He's a great mentor, a great man, a great husband, a great father. And it's such a pleasure to have him as one of the dynamic leaders in this absolutely fantastic company. Mr. T, I know you've made it on the line, so go ahead and take it away.
Absolutely. Nikisha, boy, I tell you, thank you for the introduction. And I affectionately call Nikisha Miss Hollywood. Brand new in this industry, actually about a year, but operating like a true veteran. So, Nikisha, thank you for the introduction. And, folks, I'm going to give you just a quick little overview on this awesome opportunity. Nikisha's going to come back and help me wrap that part up. And then we're going to have some sizzling 10 testimonies from some of your teammates that are simply on fire from coast to coast, and then we're going to turn it over to corporate. You're going to hear from our amazing founders. Boy, I can't wait. But real quick, I always like to cover this on every single call that I'm on each Show Me the Money call, just to lay a strong foundation, especially for you brand new folks. Know this is not just some startup company or somebody's bright idea 6 months ago. Team Effort Network is an 11-year-old debt-free entity. With our sister division, My Video Talk, our technology division, folks, get this, write this down. We have almost 500,000 representatives in over 45 countries and close to 20 millionaires. With our sister division, that's a technology division, folks. Can you imagine what's getting ready to go down here with 10? A nutritional division, consumable product, and you're going to hear some amazing testimonies tonight. So get ready to see what's going to happen here. So what I want to do now, real quick, is turn it back to you, Nikisha. Maybe you can cover a few more points, turn it back to me, and we can get this show in motion.
Absolutely, Mr. T. You know what? There's three things you need with an amazing opportunity. The first one you need is stability, and you just said it. This is an 11-year-old company, guys, that is launching a brand new product. And so that is so rare in this industry because 99% of these kind of companies go out of business in their first year. We have 11, almost 12 years under our belt. The second thing you need is timing. let me tell you something. The timing could not be better because, like I said, you're going to be first to market. Everybody that you talk to about what we're talking about tonight has never, ever heard of it. And you're going to be at the very, very beginning of what is truly to become the most phenomenal trend of 2014, 2015. And the third thing you need is results. At the end of the day, you want to know that whatever it is, it's giving people results. And Mr. T, I can't even say anything about this because once you start bringing these people on to tell us about some of the results that they're receiving, everybody on the line is going to be absolutely blown away. So I'm throwing it back to you so you can get these testimonials started.
Absolutely. And before I go there, I just want to say you mentioned timing. I can't tell you, the last 24 hours, I've been on the phone with different leaders. I was just on the phone last night with Pastor Gill. We had a gentleman from South Africa. He said, Mr. T, if you guys do this, I promise we'll have 10,000 people in this company by December. We got leaders in the D.C. area. Our goal is to take that area to 2,000 people by the end of this year. I mean, we got leaders coming in left and right, folks, and if you're going after those giants, if you're going after those leaders, don't quit. Hang in there because they will be joining this company. What I want to do now is turn it over to one of those great leaders that we have on our team, and that's Miss Denise Moore out of Dayton, Ohio. Vast amount of experience in this industry. So excited to have her on the team. And Miss Denise, are you there?
Good evening, Mr. T. I'm here.
Oh, all right. Go ahead and share with us why you're so excited about this amazing opportunity.
Well, I'll tell you, here in Ohio, we are on fire. Representing the Midwest is nothing but a blessing. I myself have been in the healthcare industry for over 15 years. And one thing that I know for sure is that your health is your greatest asset. You see, earlier this year, I had an accident while attending an out-of-town convention where the wheels of my luggage actually got caught between the steps of a moving escalator, in which I was dragged backwards and ended up falling down an up escalator. For months, I suffered with back and neck pain, and that's when I got a call from a good friend of mine, Vicki Soto, who told me that she had some products that might be able to help me feel better. Well, I'll tell you, after trying the sprays and loving the results, I signed up and launched the business late July. But you got to understand something. Vicki had actually been telling me about sprays and vitamins since March. So here it is, July. So it's not if, it's just when. I was so excited that I shared the products and the business immediately with 6 of my closest friends, and they, too, all jumped on board right away. My first goal was to introduce the sprays in our marketplace to see how they would be received and, let's face it, to take advantage of the retail opportunity for passive income. I've now found myself easily selling an average of 50 sprays a week since I started 6 weeks ago. In part because I don't go out to sell sprays. I sell sprays while I'm out. And it's really easy. You don't have to razzle-dazzle anyone about vitamins. They sell themselves. And again, by sharing my own story and my own results and others, it has been so simple. It's so simple that I can hardly keep the product, which is a very good problem to have in a business. I've been able to make money instantly as a distributor, which has given me additional income while building a team. And I'll tell you, I now have people calling, emailing me, and almost borderline stalking me for sprays. And it's amazing to see how excited people are about the new product. And for me, knowing that there are only about 2,000 plus distributors across the country, this is huge. We just talked about timing. In real estate, it's location. Well, in this business, it's timing. And if you understood that, you wouldn't be able to sleep at night. And I find myself having a hard time doing that. knowing the opportunity that lies ahead in 10. I truly believe that in this business, anyone can have a level of success in a very short amount of time if they want it. I have to attribute my own success not only to my own efforts, but the efforts of our team. I'm in business for myself, but not by myself. Huge. I work with some amazing partners here in Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati, Detroit, and Chicago that are just as excited as I am. And they, too, are building huge organizations. And, Mr. T, additionally, we have to give credit where credit is due, and that's the leaders in 10 that have set up resources to help us, the distributors, with the daily calls, the nightly calls, the weekly calls, the open meetings. And if you just check out what's on the website, the calendar is full of events to support anyone who wants to be successful. So overall, it's been fun working with 10 and being able to help people become physically and financially healthy. And I'll tell you, as one of my partners in Detroit, Marvy, says, we do that by keeping everyone sprayed up. So, thank you.
Yes, spray it up. Thank you so much, Denise. Very much. Keep it going out there in Ohio. Next up, we're going to North Carolina for two awesome people out there on the Melissa Honeybee team. And first up, we have Amber Roberts, mother of two. I hear you have an amazing story. Amber, come to the line and share that with us, please.
Yes, I do. I have always been in healthcare ever since I was old enough to be, and not only that, but I am a post-bariatric patient. And with that being said, you would think that I would know a lot about vitamins, but they don't teach you a lot about that other than to take your multivitamin pill. So I have, in the last couple of months, actually became extremely vitamin D and B deficient. My body could not absorb anything. My body and my organs were starving and shutting down. My lowest weight was at 84 pounds, and the ripple effect started, and one thing led to another where I've just created havoc upon myself. I started the 10 sprays 6 weeks ago, and receiving the instant benefits of the nutrients, my body started responding, and my weight has slowly started coming back up to, I am officially 100.2 pounds. My liver, my intestinal tract, my mind, my brain are no longer starving. My D levels went from an 11, and they have over doubled, and now they are 23.6. My B level, it is now at 378, which is awesome because I was almost completely depleted. So I'm feeling really good. I'm on the right road to recovery with giving my body the nutrients that I didn't know were as essential as they were. And my body was just lacking it, and it mentally and physically affects you more than you would think. So I'm feeling much, much better just even after this short amount of time. Wow.
Thank you so much, Amber, for sharing that with us. Keep up the great work out there in Thomasville, North Carolina. Next up, we're going to keep it in North Carolina. And I don't know if I should say the better half or the other half of our own dear Miss Melissa Honeybee, but this is Rich Domina. And I tell you, he's been in corporate communications for over 30 years, in nutrition and fitness for over 24 years. You know, Melissa was telling me a couple of stories, Rich, about some of her sprays coming up missing a few months ago, and you finally admitted to it, and boy, the rest is history. But why don't you come to the line, Rich? You have, some good things to share with us. I know we have a lot of people who are going after fitness clubs, et cetera, et cetera. And I guess it doesn't hurt when your wife can show you pay stubs from PayPal of over $22,000 for selling these sprays in 2 months. So, Rich, come to the line and share with us some of your excitement.
Thank you, Mr. C. Hey, guys, welcome. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. I really appreciate it. But what I want to talk about a little bit is actually our DNA. there's 25,000 unique cells in the DNA. And as we stop with the growth plates at the age normally for guys at 20, your body starts going into the aging process. Well, I started in nutrition pretty much in health in 1990, and throughout the 90s, I kept waiting for someone to create something that I thought could possibly slow down the aging process. Well, there's nothing out there. Well, fast forward another few years, and we are where we are today. So I got really excited because I started watching Melissa's post on the D and the B, and the Slim and the Super 10. But I kept waiting on the cell energy. Well, then when the cell energy was released, I went and looked, and I was just noticing the glutathione levels, the resveratrol, and the alpha-lipoic acids. What people don't realize is that your body daily produces 300 sextillion free radicals. That's 300 with 21 zeros behind it. That's why we age. So the immune system that we naturally have is absolutely incredible to fight that. Well, now with 10, they come up with cell energy, so now you're able to help fight off and reverse the aging process as much as possible. Well, you still need vitamin D, you still need vitamin B, you still need Super 10, and then for those who don't eat well, you absolutely need Slim. So I've just been amazed to watch people's testimonials like Amber, Sherry Reed's mom, dad, other people that have taken the product and they have just reversed the process and they've gotten their health back, which is absolutely just a miracle. So my testimony is take the synergistic blend. Don't just take one, take all the products because you need them. Your body has to balance out the cell energy, the vitamin D, the vitamin B, the Slim, and the Super 10. You know, if you eat a really healthy diet, most of the time, which most of us, let's admit, we don't, keep your Slim with you. So when you do eat something that's not good for you, you've got something to counteract that extra fat that your body's not used to having. So as a nutritionist and also being in healthcare for 24 years, I was very blessed to be here, very blessed to watch Melissa's success, what she's done, what she's posted, how she's helped other people restore their health back into their bodies, and I just appreciate you guys allowing me to share, and thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Rich, and we are looking to hear good things from you. You can't go wrong being with Melissa over there in North Carolina. Thanks again. Next up, folks, we're going to keep it on the East Coast, and we're going to bring up some new rising stars. I tell you, I have so much respect for this group here. They're in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, calling themselves the movers and shakers of D.C., Maryland, and Virginia as of 2 days ago. But Mary Wilson, she's been in this industry for a while, had some great success, built some huge organizations, brought her into the business a little less than 30 days ago, and she is off and running. Mary Wilson, why don't you come to the line and share with us some of your excitement?
Good afternoon, Mr. Keith. Thank you. I would like to just say this has been an awesome, just 30 days have changed so much for me. I've been in this business, health and wellness, since 1995. Made some money, didn't make any money. This is the right time, the right place. This product is phenomenal. In less than 3 weeks, I lost 10 pounds just using the vitamins. No Slim, just the vitamins. Blew my mind. I was like, I'm in the first week. Thaddeus, I thank you so much for sharing this opportunity. I was taken back. The first week I was like, wow, 3 pounds. I'm in. I shared it with some other people. We are rocking and rolling here in this area. I'm just blessed to be at the right place at the right time and to share this. My goal is to touch everybody. Everywhere I go, carry your spray, sample them on the spot. You got them.
And you, Mary, I tell you, we talk, 2-3 times a day, sometimes 5, and I tell you, folks, what she is telling you, she is doing it. She's like, Thaddeus, we got another 3-way. I done ran into somebody at the barbershop. I done talked to this person. And she has some leaders coming on board, so look out and And I want to give a quick little shout-out to Pastor Dale and the rest of the team out there, Jesse and Pastor Denise. You guys, this has truly been a team effort. They really just taken everybody here, all these new people working with Mary and just taking them under their wings and working hand in hand. So shout out to you guys. But thank you, Mary, so much for listening when I called. I never forget the first time me and Mary talked to each other. She said, no, I'm not interested. I'll buy the products. I may try them out. When she got the products, folks, it was all she wrote. So, Mary, keep up the great work. And what we're going to do now is turn it over to another Mary, who Mary Wilson brought in, and that's Mary Owens. Mary Owens, are you on the line? She may have to mute out. I know she's on the line, or she may have to hit unmute. What I'm going to do, Miss Joni Paskins, are you on the line?
I am here, Thaddeus.
All right, Miss Joni, another one from the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, just setting it on fire, folks. She had a tremendous amount of success with another travel company. Won't say the name. She built a huge organization. Let's just say that. So we're really excited to have you on the team, Miss Joni. Well, why don't you just take a few minutes to share some of your excitement with everyone?
Well, Thaddeus, I'm extremely excited. I feel so blessed and so fortunate to have been introduced to 10 by Mary Wilson. In the beginning, I didn't want to hear it. I was never going to do another business like this. I started my own floral gift shop, and it's doing okay, and I just didn't want to hear it. But Mary was very persistent, and she, at times, really got on my last one. But she caught me one day, and I said, okay, I'm not going to sell anything unless I believe in it. So she came to my shop 2 Saturdays ago. I purchased the D and the B12. And I'm telling you, I am 60 years old. I'll be 61 in October. I feel like I'm 35, and I know I look like it because my coworkers, people in the shop, when I go out, they're just saying to me, you look different, you act different, what's going on with you? So it's working, and I feel different. I feel marvelous. I really feel good. So I just want to thank Mary for being so persistent, and I know that in the DMV we're going to turn it out. We always do. So I want to thank you personally, Thaddeus, for taking the time out and being persistent with calling me and, keeping me alert with everything. And I also want to thank Mary as well as Jesse, who is another one of the leaders in this area that has really reached out and has been very helpful and invited us to meetings and everything. So I just want to say thank you all, and I'm really glad that I'm aboard with you all. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joni. Miss Joni, boy, I tell you, we're going to hear some great things from this group out here for sure. And real quick, before I turn it over to the razzle-dazzle-grazzle to close it out on the testimonial portion, did Mary Owens, did she get unmuted?
Mary.
Okay.
Yes, Mary?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mary. Go ahead. Share with us a few words of excitement real quick.
This is Mary Owens from Bristol, Virginia, so I'm just outside the D.C. suburbs. I was introduced to this business by Mary Wilson, long-term friends. We've done a previous business together. Mary called me, told me she found an exciting new opportunity. So consider the fact that I'd just been laid off as an IT professional in this area after 23 years, I was looking for a new opportunity. But for myself, I have to try the product. So I joined with Mary, and I received my product on last Friday. And there was a specific purpose in me wanting to try these products so fast. As soon as they got there, I opened them up, I started using them. Personally, I'm an adult with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, people know it as ADHD. And I've been looking for something that would help me be able to focus and to help me get up and going in the morning and get my thought process together. And so what I have been doing some reading is on, what supplements are going to help, make the brain function better. And, so I looked at the products and, for me, I needed something that was going to
start working before my vet started working. I have a 2-hour window before it does anything for me. So what I did was I started taking the B Boost, the vitamin D, and the Super 10. And it was like 2 days later, I began to realize I was alert, and I was up, and I was getting out of the house. And normally that is a problem because, normally with ADHD comes paired with something, and mine is paired with depression. And so for me to be up and out of the house so quickly without running around and looking for my keys and looking for my shoes and looking for my pocketbook and going to the car and coming back in, with this crazy ritual, I realized that I was up, I was dressed, I was feeling good, I was out early in the morning, and that's when it dawned upon me what it was.
Wow.
So it was this combination of products. I feel as though I feel better, and that is changing my mood, and it's allowing me to start to function better and think clearly before my medication is taken, and it's lasting me longer in the evening, too. So that is my testimony.
Wow, thank you so much, Mary. Just laid off, got some amazing results from these products, and we already have a couple of 3-ways lined up for the weekend. Thank you so much, Mary, for sharing that with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next up, real quick, to close it out before I turn it over to our owners, we got to hear from the Razzle Dazzle Brazzle, Dr. Reginald, Dr. Rosie. They're always on my calls, but never been on a Jumpstart call, and I told them, you guys, I want you on tonight. Folks, some amazing leaders out of the Houston, Texas area, built huge organizations in the past. We're a straight family. Want to bring them to the line and share some excitement. Dr. Rosie, Dr. Reginald, take it away.
Good evening, good evening. Hello, Mr. T. Thank you for having us on the call today. And I have something to share. I've been sitting here trying to make sure I cut it down to 2 or 3 minutes. And I think I got it. I started out with I've had fibromyalgia for over 3 years. No, what am I saying? Over 20 years. And I don't think there's a medication out there that I haven't taken, from pain meds to sleep meds to ADD medications, depression medications. You name it, I've had it, and probably have a cabinet full of it in there right now that I don't take anymore because of my spray vitamins. And when I say the reason I was introduced to it, Dr. Vincent knew about my plight. He knew that I liked making money in network marketing. And so the first thing, he called me on a Sunday night at 10:30. We weren't even at home. But when he started talking about the spray vitamins, I was in just hearing about them because I've been taking so many vitamins. In addition to all the pain meds and all this stuff for 20 years, I was already up on, vitamins, because I was taking so many different vitamins. I was taking about 20 different vitamins at the time, and I was also on the prescription strength vitamin D. And one thing that had really gotten to me is last year when I found out that the vitamin D deficiency I had a medication for every one of the symptoms. It was as though they were just treating me for symptoms of vitamin D, which they call fibromyalgia. So when I learned the absorption rate of vitamin D, spray vitamin D, I was in. But I didn't just start with the vitamin D. I couldn't tell you which one is working the best because I started with all 4 sprays. They didn't have that 5th one when I started. But I started with the 4, and I bugged everybody until we got that 5th spray, which is the Cell Energy. But, one of the things I want to share before I get off here, like I said, most of my symptoms are gone. I mean, most of the pain. I don't hardly take any pain meds anymore. I don't take any ADD medicine. I don't take any depression, antidepressants. My husband feels so much better because I'm not as irritable. I get out of the bed, like the lady said earlier. I'm able to get out of the bed in the morning. Usually I had to stay in the bed until my medications and my supplements started working so I could get up. So, I mean, I'm ecstatic. I'm totally ecstatic because the doctors gave up on me, but 10 did not. And one thing I want to say, I got to talk about the business right now. That when you find a great opportunity, you're gonna find that whatever that product is, you're gonna talk to people about it whether you're getting paid or not. That's 10. And we need to understand what we sell in 10. We don't just sell vitamins. We sell hope. We actually sell health. And we sell wellness. We sell wealth because the opportunity that we have, the compensation that we have, I have not seen in all the 30 years that I've been doing this type of business, I have not seen a compensation plan like this. I've not seen a compensation plan that pays you to do something that we do, and that's help people get their health back, help people get their youth back, help people just get their life back. That's what it did for me. And so, it's just, I don't even have the words for it because we have the best of both worlds. We have the best of help, being able to help other people. And if we don't, I don't even know what to say about a person that wouldn't tell somebody about the things that the testimony that we're getting on our calls and in our lives. I don't even have a word to say about those people. So you're going to actually tell people about it, and the company pays you to tell people about it, and they give you cards. You don't have to jump through hoops to get cars. I mean BMWs and Mercedes and stuff, just for being in the business and sharing what we have with other people. That's all I'm going to say tonight. I'm just trying to keep it short, but I'm going to let my husband close it out. See, everybody else, you heard that laughter, right? Because it's hard for me to keep it short.
Thank you, Gabe. Awesome job. Awesome. Hey, Mr. T, thank you all, and thank you all for all the people on the call. We thank you for the company. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, too, because I tell you, like I always tease Mr. T, I said, you know what, you set yourself on fire and people will come and watch you burn. And that's what we've been doing for the last several months that we've been involved with this product. I mean, we've tried as you heard my wife, we tried many, many herbs and different, we've spent thousands of dollars. Some of it worked for a minute, some of it worked for a couple of months, some of it worked for 3 months. But I'm going to tell you something. My wife is my lab. I call her my lab. Sorry, baby, lab rat. Okay? I tested on her. If it works, I'm in. And you know what? I tell people this. I say, you know what? I said, it's not fellas got her groove back, but my wife got her groove back. I'm even getting breakfast in the mornings, and I haven't had that in a long time. I'm going to tell you, so this company, this product, and I'll tell you a little bit about this industry, what it's done for us. Like Mr. T, he's already alluded and indicated, we've built organizations with thousands of people, and it started out with simple 12 people turning into thousands. And I'm going to tell you, for the ones that are listening on this call, that's all it takes. Keep dreaming, keep believing, keep hoping. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Now, not only we have the opportunity to drive the Lexus, big body Lexuses, the Mercedes, the BMWs, but now, you know what? Once you do reach that dream that you've acquired, you got to keep dreaming and go to the next level. So now I'm looking at Beamers, not Beamers, but the Bentleys, the Rolls-Royce Phantoms, and, of course, several other homes located all across the country. That's what this business has been able to do for us, and I see Ken being able to take us to the next level. Thank you, Mr. T.
Wow. Folks, you heard it tonight. Thank you all so much for those amazing testimonies, and what I'm going to do right now without further delay is bring on someone that I have so much respect for. I've known Mel and Amy for over 10 years. I have a tremendous, like I said, amount of love for them. Great people, and it's my pleasure and honor to bring on the First Lady and co-founder of 10, none other than Amy Gill. Amy, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Well, gosh, thank you so much for that introduction. Very warm and sweet. It's so exciting to be on this call. And hello to everyone on the call here. Happy September to everyone that's checked in and dialing in from across the country and even across the globe here. It's always exciting to get on, be on the calls or listen to the monthly calls as we get, kick off a new month, jumpstart it, and talk about the previous month. And what I love about it is just, hearing all of our latest movers and shakers and rising stars and all of our new car clubs, the LCQ and DCQ qualifiers. So first of all, I just want to thank everyone for who's spoken on this call so far. Amazing, you guys. I just got to say that was so exciting, inspiring, touching in so many ways. What I love the most is hearing
what the products are doing for people, out in the field, yourself, your customers, the field, because that's really what makes, it's really what drives us. It is really the passion behind this company and taking this company to the next level. And so thank you for sharing all of that. And you know what? I have to say, I can tell you this, with the excitement, all the check-ins on this call, I can tell you one thing. Momentum has arrived. And you know what a sign is? It's not just this call, but everything that's happening this past weekend. We had something rare happen, something rare rare in this industry of direct selling network marketing. And that is, this past weekend we had our Labor Day weekend. And what I would like to do is congratulate all of the distributors and the leaders from the East Coast to the West Coast, because if you knew, or you may have just joined, you may not know this, or maybe you were at it. So we had several different events from the East Coast to the West Coast this past weekend on a 3-day holiday Labor Day weekend. This is absolutely unheard of in this industry. And so the one that we actually went and we visited for just a short little time was one just local to us here near the corporate offices in Northern California at the Concord Hilton. And it was so exciting, being at the Concord Hilton and seeing all the new Mercedes and BMWs that were parked out in front of the Concord Hilton. And it was great because as we pulled up to valet, we were coming in for the latter part of the day to say hello to everyone that was there, only because it's, 15 minutes from the offices in our house. And so it was exciting. And the valet person, what are all these cars? And, we said, well, we're with them. And it was incredible. But what I want to say is that is a sign that momentum is here. Incredible turnout. Now, I was not obviously at the one on the East Coast, but I heard such incredible stuff about that one that happened on the same day. So really a big congratulations. That just tells you something. That just says that, one, obviously we're embarking upon the 3 biggest months of the year for this industry, but it also tells something that being a 3-day holiday weekend, that the commitment to yourself and to this business, you all and everyone in your teams are taking this serious. And what I'd like to really applaud you all, that, what you're basically doing, you're the famous quote that you might have heard, do what others do if you want to get, what others don't have. And so that's the kind of stuff happening and taking your business serious. So, I got to say, we've got 5 key products that you've been hearing on this call. And so I always like to talk to the new person that might be listening, and they might have just been invited in by a friend, a coworker, or somebody they met on Facebook, said, come to this call. It's a monthly call. We've got corporate on, and you're hearing from some people around the world. You might have just heard, something, with spray, vitamins, spray, nutrition, and you don't know much, but you come on this call, you hear all these testimonies, this excitement of what's happening, and I've got to say, these 5 key products are creating such a buzz in the industry that this question is starting to rotate the industry, and everyone is saying, what in the world are spray vitamins? What's that? I maybe have heard of it. What an interesting concept. What a new delivery system. But what are spray vitamins? And so definitely creating a buzz. Wow, I feel like I need to slow down a little bit here, but just really excited about where we're at with the timing as we're embarking upon this next few months here. Happy September to everyone. I'll take, it's, a lot of people say it's cell energy. Well, I've always talked fast, but if you add a little cell energy, forget about it. So those of you that are not from California, I'm from California, and it's natural energy. You add a little cell energy to it, forget it. So hopefully you can keep up with me. But what I want to talk for just a quick moment about, I want to welcome everybody that's with us. I want to welcome you and talk about something that you may or may not have seen just yet, and I've heard so much in the last several hours. Many of you have. But those of you that do not know this, would like to formally introduce it on this call tonight. But your brand new website, your brand new tool, your Team Effort Network .biz business website. And we've been rave reviews about it. It's just in literally a couple of hours. I know I've got a lot of calls, over to the home office. I had heard of people saying, yeah, this is amazing. Wow, we love it. And I've got to say something that I love about it. I want to talk about a couple of key things here that you can use as a tool as you're building your business. But several of the things, one of the things that's great on there is the Y10 Why Now page. And it's really geared about the product and the timing of the products. We didn't really take the angle of just the business and, the strength of the company and the compensation plan. That's a given. That's, there. That speaks for itself, and that's important. That's there. But we want to talk about the timing of the products, because that really spells opportunity, because the foundation of strong, exciting products that have testimonies that are unique and they're not a me too. It's over. It's done. That's what we have that's so special. So that's what you'll see on the Y10 Why Now page. The next thing I want to talk about is the product page, which I absolutely love. when we're working with the web designers on the colors, the graphics, so many different versions. I just love that it's so colorful and graphic rich. At first I was like, wow, this is really colorful. And industry experts that are, website, industry experts, they just say people are really, they want an experience. They want those colors and graphics and all that. And you look at the homepage and it gives you an experience. You've got you feel like you're on vacation. And it's amazing because, well, what can this do? You build your business, and that's, it's about having time freedom and the financial freedom to have, go on these wonderful vacations and just giving you an experience. So love it. But what you'll notice on the product page, of course, besides the graphic rich, the beautiful graphics, you will also see a lot of great important information, content on cell energy. Blows my mind away. I mean, as the copywriters, you're putting it together and everything. Just love it. A couple of things you'll see on the enroll page, that it's crisp, clean, and clear. It's very clear. I love that. It's to the point. Not like some websites within our industry, even some other websites, shopping websites. You're not even sure exactly what you're getting or what you're enrolling for or buying. It's just not really clear. Boom, it's right there. You see what you're getting, you get it. So I love that. And again, graphic rich page. The next couple of pages I want to talk about, I'm going to take a pause for just 1 second here. Because the next 2 pages, I really want to bring somebody special on to talk about it with me, or in addition to what I want to say about it, But before I do that, before I forget, and I was going to do this right as we were opening a call here as I came on, but what I want to talk about is something that from corporate, a gift to everybody in the field. I want to talk about something that we're doing for September, really to kickstart the next few months, something really, really special, and that is 2 very special and powerful promotions. Now, those of you that have been with the company maybe for a little bit of time, we don't do promotions we do it only every so often. When we do it, they're amazing. The comp plan as it is, the product is the promotion itself. The LCQ, the card club, those are the promotion itself. However, just to get September rocking and rolling in a big way, I want to just announce that the corporate gift is 2 special promotions. The first one is called the September to Remember promo. And what that is if you, anybody you sponsor this month, and we go retro, which I know a lot of companies don't do that, but we like to start when we can, and we're doing it for September. So this actually starts September 1st. I know a lot of you, it's September 4th, you've already enrolled maybe 1 or 2 Diamond Pack, distributors already. Well, guess what? You do 3 in the month of September, you will get the September to Remember promotion of $150. Now, in addition to that, if one of those 3, or this could be either or promotion or in addition, if one person you sponsor in the month of September, you help them become a new executive. This is called the executive producer bonus. You help them become an executive, just one, that's all. You can just sponsor one person a month. They go executive. They'll get all the bonuses and everything. Of course, you'll get the bonus. In addition to all that, we have a $500 executive producer bonus. Now, that's unlimited. Imagine. What if you go for the September to Remember promo and sponsor 3? If you help all 3 become executive, you would earn $500, $500, $500, $1,500, plus the original $150, so $1,650 that you can earn on top of all the other bonuses in the compensation program. So that's exciting. Of course, the company email will follow this, with all the specific details, but it's really as simple as that. The only simple criteria, the most important, is they must be enrolled at the Diamond Pack level, and that's the only criteria. So with that, that's a little bit about the special promotions, but I wanted to switch gears, come back to the website, because I want to bring on somebody that's just become just a really close friend that we've been working with for several years now. A very amazing person. I know a lot of you can now call him your friend as well. And he really, I got to say, the opportunity page was the next page I wanted to talk about on the website. And that page is really, it's beautiful. It is amazing. And so, somebody that took really the lead on that gets really the credit for that. And not just that part of the website, several parts of the website, but that plus what's the opportunity page. You'll see the beautiful slides and everything on there. That and something else is the Team Effort TV. And you can see he's now a movie star, we could say. We're teasing him, calling him Rico Suave. I'm calling him Richard Suave. Robert Suave. So with that, should we make it Roberto Suave? So with that, I'd like to bring on, a close friend, an amazing person, and now the star of Team Effort TV, Mr. Robert Hicken, or we'll call him Roberto Suave, as the new name is, and our Director of Field Relations, Mr. Robert Hickens. Please come on the line and tell us a little bit about, first of all, thank you for everything you're doing for the field and the website. It's amazing. Maybe you can tell us what people are saying about the website, a little bit about the mobile, but also tell everybody that's new a little bit about Team Effort TV and what they can expect for the future of Team Effort TV. So I'll turn the call over to you. Thank you guys for bringing on. And Robert, I'll turn the call to you for a moment.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we like to have fun around here with the whole Robert Swami thing. That's amazing. I don't know about you, but I still have the number $1,650 in my head rolling around. So an amazing promotion that just happened. Team Effort TV, a lot of you already know about it. You've been waiting for it. It is here. It is here. It is here. The first episode is up on the brand new website. So if you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, please go do so. For those of you who do not know what Team Effort TV is all about, it is a brand new tool, as Gill said, Miss Amy said, that we are giving to you to be able to go out there and have just one more tool to promote your business and build your business, show off what is happening here with Team Effort, what is happening around the nation, around the world with Team Effort and with Team Effort Network and everybody, the leaders, the people's testimonies. You're going to get to see all of that. You're going to get to see the car qualifiers. You're going to get to see interviews with people who are achieving all of the ranks throughout the compensation plan, and a little bit about the product, and all of that's going to be coming in episode after episode. So we're looking forward to putting all of this together as we travel around the nation and we go to what's coming up next. Our next event in September, at the end of September, we're going to the East Coast, so we're going to have an opportunity to do a live Team Effort TV portion right there. So for those of you who are going to be at that event, which should be everybody on this call, you will have the opportunity to be live on Team Effort TV, and then the episode will be there on the website for you to take your prospects to and say, hey, look, this is what's happening. This is what was one of the events. Look, I'm actually in this one with the leaders, and just promote it and use it to promote and build your business. So we're extremely excited about it. I know it's been a work in progress as far as the length of time that it's taken to get out there, but when Mel and Amy do things, they do it right, and we didn't want to put anything out there that wasn't exactly the way that it needed to be, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So Amy, it's been incredible amounts of fun putting this together. It's been an absolute honor working with everybody behind the scenes on it, and I'm excited. I am looking forward to going to every event and doing another episode, and meeting new people, meeting the people that are rank advancing, meeting the new people that are coming into the business and sharing their excitement on these episodes. And getting together with the leaders and getting their interviews on film and putting it on that webpage so they can share it with the world and everybody can see exactly what is going on here and why now. So Amy, Gill, back to you. I'm excited. Up and down. I've been spraying all day as usual. So actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I actually have the honor. This is how excited I am about all that's been going on. The website has been a huge project, and Team Effort TV has been a huge project. I've been extremely excited. I have the honor right now to bring somebody on the line who has become a great friend, but not only a great friend. This is somebody who has been a mentor to me, somebody who is a father as well as an international businessman. I don't know how he does it, but Mel, I know you're extremely excited. I know with all the energy and everything that we've got going on right now, it's just an amazing time to be with Team Effort Network. So if you're out there, please, well, I know you're out there, but come on the line and share with us everything that you have to share with us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Robert. How are you tonight?
I'm just excited. I'm jumping out of my skin. I've been spraying all day. When I saw the website come out, it was just it was amazing. We saw the first episode of Team Effort TV. I was on the line. I was talking to the different leaders around the nation and getting their feedback, and I'm getting texts, and everybody's extremely, extremely excited right now. But we're all here because you have to bring us.
I'll just add to this phenomenal call, but definitely wanted to thank you and the team and everybody's efforts to put together that fantastic website. Folks, welcome to September, and the website that Robert and Amy were talking about. I mean, it's just a view. It's like a brochure online. It's a way for people to see, okay, well, what is this you're talking about with these sprays and 10 and who is 10 and what's going on and that sort of thing. And it's going to be a fantastic tool that I believe will just evolve bigger and bigger and better, and it's just amazing. But what a start. I mean, that's a blockbuster website. I've seen companies that are $500 million, $600 million, billion-dollar companies, and it doesn't even, they can't even come close to what was just introduced here this morning. It's absolutely fantastic. But also definitely wanted to thank the team for putting this call together and hosting it and the leadership, because, that is better than anything we've got. The best thing we've got is the team. And so, Nikisha opening up the call and Thaddeus hosting the call here. Appreciate you. In the testimonials, oh my goodness. I don't want to just, talk about each individual testimonial because it'll take the whole call, but I just want to compliment you, thank you, congratulate you, and encourage you to keep on keeping on with your story and your success on the products and the business, because that's really what changes people's lives, is hearing that and knowing the impact that we can make on the world with health and wealth. And it's absolutely amazing when you hear, testimonials of people that didn't even want to try the product or try the business and are having outstanding, life-changing results, and now they're able to share those results and help other people as customers get on the products. And so, we just came off of a record month of residual income, and that excites me beyond anything with what's happening with the growth of the network, and really what that's about there is that the larger the residual payout is, that means that the more the products are ordered and consumed for personal use as well as retail use, and that is we just came off of our biggest month off of that, and that just tells you that people are reordering this product for a reason. They're reordering it because the bottom line is that they're getting what they need. They're getting the results, and so very, very proud of that. And you've heard a lot of different things on this call. The promotion, wow, that's it's such an easy promotion. Everybody should grab the extra $1,650. It's straightforward, it's simple, and you can do it. You can do it. You can definitely do it. We've had much harder promotions in the past where we've had so many people qualify, and so this is a fantastic promotion to start the big months off. The big months are this. Here's what's happening: is September, October, November, no question about it, the most rewarding months in network marketing. And here's what happens with it, is all the seeds get planted during these 90 days, September, October, November, and then the harvest comes and the results come. And if you're looking at 2015 coming up right around the corner, the best way to have a great 2015 is not start in 2015. It's to start right now in the biggest months, the biggest growth months, and start planting the seeds and talking to people and getting the excitement out there. And that's in September, October, November. And I did an entire talk about this. I mean, I just went really in depth on it this last weekend at that regional event that was happening here in California. And on stage, I really emphasized the simplicity and the duplication and focusing on these particular 3 months and these 90 days. It's going to be unbelievable. But as we introduce a promotion to help you, kick that off and jump that off, that is fantastic right there. But there's a few other announcements that I definitely want to throw out there to just kind of like add more fuel onto what's happening, what's going on. At the end of this month, I'm telling you this right now, is East Coast Regional. East Coast Regional. Do whatever you have to do, because I will be there. Amy will be there. We will be there, and Robert will be there, and the people that you're hearing on this phone call will be there, and you want to be at the event. No question about it. You hear from the testimonials on the conference calls how people say, well, the event was a pivotal thing that changed my business. Well, I have to tell you that, this last weekend in California was the same thing. People came across stage and said, my goodness, I went to that event, and that's what made the entire difference. And there's people that just came off of this last Saturday's event that we were at, and they're going to tell you month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now that, my goodness, that was the pivotal point. In fact, one of my friends, he's a super success in the business, and for I think it was like 7 months, he was kind of we call it one-legged in the business, and just had one team going and one leg going, and needed his other team going, and it started to go for a minute in the beginning, in the first month he joined, and then it didn't go anywhere, and so for 7 months nothing was happening, and he was like, man, he came to the event and he said, all I got is this, and it's not working. And I said, well, is your leg cut off? I mean, is it something that's not there? And he said, no, but it's broken. And I said, well, if it's broken, let's put a cast on it, pour some water on it, let's get it going. And I can tell you right now, 4 years later, they $1 million income. 4 years, So if your first 4 months, your first 6 months, or first 7 months, like that gentleman, it ain't happening the way it's happening. Keep on going. Put a cast on it. Pour some water on it, because you know what? The millionaire possibility is there, and that's proof in the pudding right there. That's with our other sister division. But what a great story. And so, now is the time where you get to, add the water, put the cast on it, do whatever you got to do. September, October, November, pour it on the next 90 days to take advantage of being at the beginning of an opportunity where 99.9% of the world has not heard the words 10. They have not seen the technology of the spray tube, the absorbability of our products, the quality of products. They have not been exposed to it, but they need to for their health, and they need to be exposed to this compensation plan for their wealth, and you have the opportunity to be the first in the marketplace to share that. And I want you to get that into you. You got to have that urgency, that excitement, or that fear of loss, knowing that right now you're at the beginning, but it won't always be that way. The word's getting out there more and more and more, especially we just came off of our best residual month last month, is getting out there. You don't want your neighbors, your cousin, your relative across the country to tell you about 10. You want to be the one to be out there and to put it in the front, because you know what it means for you, your family, and how life-changing it can be. And speaking of life-changing, there was a bunch of people that went on stage this last Saturday, and it was like amazing, because they got the keys to their lifestyle club. And like Amy said, when we pulled up to the event, there was, the Mercedes and BMW of the qualifiers that have already picked up their cars. And it's a very, very exciting thing. And so, you can see it on the website. We have a lifestyle page. I'm telling you right now, look at that lifestyle page here in September. It's only going to grow and grow and grow. And if you can't visualize your picture on there, your story on there, your car on there, you need to do something about that. You need to meditate. You need to focus. You need to think about it, because the possibility is real. We have people right now that are driving brand new Mercedes that have never done network marketing before. I mean, so it's something where if you have never done it, great. Your chance is there, because if they can do it, you can do it. If they can get their website, get their face on the website, get in the brand new Mercedes or BMW, you can too. Well, here's how we're enhancing it. My friend, he bought one of these cool cars, and he said, come on, check it out, go for a ride. And I said, okay, and I had never been in this type of car before. And he just, he took off driving it, and I was like, wow, how many cylinders, 6-cylinder, 8 cylinders, what's the deal here? And he said, no, check this out. He pops the hood, and there was no engine. And I said, well, where's the engine gone? And then I said, well, it must be in the trunk, like some of these other cars, exotic cars, they have the engine in the back. And so he popped that, and there was just luggage in there, luggage in the front, luggage in the back. And I said, how are we driving down the road, and there's no engine here? And he said, exactly. And I said, oh, okay, electric car. It's one of electric cars that doesn't even have an engine in it, and this and that. And so I said, oh, well, you got all these issues. You got to go charge it up. It doesn't go very fast, and this and that. He said, no, that was the old days. And he said, check this out. And back in the car, and I'm saying, man, this doesn't even look like a car on the inside. It looks like an iPad. I mean, this thing looked like an iPad. I mean, it was nothing that I usually see in a car. It just looked like an iPad. And I said, okay, we're driving around in an iPad. And the next thing you know, he says, yeah, well, check this out. You're used to the old stuff. And he punches the gas, which is not really gas, I guess, just an electric car. And it has so much horsepower. I mean, like any one of my other cars. And I was just like, wow. And it took off my back, hit the back of the seat. And I said, this is amazing. And he said, yeah. And he said, and it's great. And it's good for the environment. And it's, it's all electric, and it's amazing. And it's a luxury car. And I said, yeah, it's luxury, and it does all these cool tricks. And you can even control stuff from your iPhone to the car. From your iPhone to the car. I said, I've never seen anything like this. And as we were talking about the Lifestyle Club, as we're talking about the Lifestyle Club, I thought this is a great pointing direction of the future. This is pretty cool, and I'm not sure how used to it I am right now, because of course I'm used to the regular engine cars, and Mercedes and BMWs are beautiful, but we decided that not only is the logo of this car similar to 10, that it would be a great addition to the lifestyle club. And so those of you that have heard of the Tesla, and if you haven't heard of Tesla, you can go to teslamotors.com and check it out. Very, very cool. Actually, very popular in my neighborhood. I don't know where else, because I know that they started in California here. But it's getting more and more. But it's a luxury vehicle. It's high end. It's very just dynamic and unique, and might take a little bit of getting used to. But those of you that have seen it before, have dreamt about it, have thought about it, the logo looks similar to 10, so that's cool too. We're adding that. We're adding the Tesla now to the Lifestyle Club. So you can have BMW, and everybody knows how awesome BMWs are. You can have Mercedes, and everybody knows how amazingly luxurious and high-end Mercedes are. And now you have the choice of also the Tesla. And this is cool, because not everybody likes vanilla ice cream or strawberry ice cream or chocolate ice cream. Everybody has their own flavor. So now you got your 3 flavors. You can pick strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, whatever you want. You can pick BMW, Mercedes, or Tesla. And so you're going to see that now as people are picking up their cars. It was amazing to see the people on stage this last weekend, getting their keys and now getting their cars coming up and everything else. All the pictures, you should see that. I don't know if it's on Facebook or anything else like that, but it's pretty cool that we started the company at a year ago at pre-launch where nobody had a car. And we said, someday, we'll be giving out a car. And that someday came and went. And then we said, someday we'll be giving out a car every single month. Well, that's happening. And I remember also saying, someday we're going to give out one every week. Well, that's coming soon. I'm telling you that right now. And then every single day. And so now that we're very proud on the website, you can see the pictures and the cars and the people. This is exciting. And here's why it's very important for you to understand all this, is that is a symbol of growth and success in the company, where individuals that didn't have a chance to drive cars like that, not only driving them and enjoying them, but they're not paying for them. The company's paying for it. They're not paying for that. So that is what's very, very powerful as a great symbol, beyond the significant commission checks, beyond the unbelievable health and product results, is showing people the symbol of success that we're going places, folks. There's companies that are 40, 50, 60, 70 years old in this industry, and that's exactly the direction that we've proven ourselves since 2002, the direction that we're going. And so you have to think about what is your future and what is your team's future, and if you can start developing in your team, all the folks focusing on the Lifestyle Club. How many people on your team do you want driving the BMW, driving the Mercedes, or now driving the Tesla? That's what you have to ask yourself. And so, adding that and adding that success image to the company is a big move on the branding side of things. You'll see it pop up on the website very, very soon. It's going to be very, very exciting. And so back to the East Coast Regional. I want everybody there end of September and make it a pivotal point in your business. Very, very important. The other thing I want to just run through some announcements, because I think there's another conference call coming up after this conference call with another team. But I also wanted to mention that September 3rd, yesterday, we opened up the country of Japan. So if you have contacts, or you know people who know people, or you're going to your favorite sushi restaurant, or you have a neighbor who has a cousin or a friend, you want to know who do you know in Japan. Japan is one of the leading network marketing countries. And so, when you're talking about the United States, you're talking about, some of the other countries, Japan is definitely up there as one of the big ones. And so, you can definitely build a global business over here. And so Japan is open. There'll be additional company emails going on more details and more specifics in regards to that. But it opened yesterday, and so it's a brand new market. We don't have the first 100 people there yet, so your team can be a part of that, and you want to grab the opportunities that some of these countries do open up. So let's plan on the next 90 days, what we can do here, in the United States with the different things happening and everything else. But I also want to finally, give this thought to everybody is understand this, is that when you join, you got one way of earning income. And it's a great way to earn income, and that is the retail profits of the business. And we want to encourage you to do more and more and more of that, not only for the retail profits that you earn, but, of course, getting the product in the hands of people that definitely need the product. They want to feel better. They want to be better. They want to improve their health. So that is an incredibly powerful situation that you're in when you first join the company. However, to create wealth, you need to do what the first billionaire of the United States of America, John Paul Getty, said. And he said you need to have 1% of 100 people's efforts rather than 100% all of your own effort that you're exhausted with. So you don't want to exhaust yourself with 100% of your own efforts. You want to rather leverage yourself. And the only way to do that, or the gateway, the way to open the door to that, is you have to be a team builder. You have to be a team builder, because what happens there is we have a cool compensation plan, which is a binary plan. However, all you need to do is become a team builder, and you're qualified for life. You know, you stay active. The two people that you refer stay active on the product, which is easy because nobody should not stop using this product. It's unbelievable, and that's all you need. And you can go all the way to the top, all the way to 10-star. Just with that. So here's what you want to do, is you want to look into your team, look into your genealogy as it's growing now, and you need to know how many people are going team builder. Who's not team builder? They need to get to team builder. Otherwise, the door is not open. The door to wealth is not open unless you're a team builder. And I said this on stage, actually, this last Saturday here in California. I said a team builder a day keeps poverty away. Now, understand that and absorb that. A team builder a day and your team and your genealogy keeps poverty away. And so what you want to do is you want to start to develop your team, and all the different people that are joining your team, number one goal is open the door to wealth, become a team builder. And you want to watch and help and encourage and do three-way phone calls and do what you got to do to get them to team builder and get the next person to team builder and get the next person to team builder. And a team builder a day keeps poverty away, no question about it. And so focus on some of those things right now. But I'll tell you what, now is not the time to sit around and listen to conference calls and hear what's happening and wish you were growing. Now is the time to be on the conference calls, taking action. Invite, get people exposed to the information, and work with your team, do the three-way calls, follow up with your teammates, you work with your sponsor and your upline teammates and everybody else. Work as a team and utilize the events. Invite to the events. You know, you can just send everybody and bring everybody you can to the East Coast Regional. That's a big event. There's other events like the ones we had this past weekend. You want to get people in front of the information. It's that simple, because all you need out of the billions of people that are out there in the world is 2 individuals that see it. And it's not that difficult to see 10 right now. The story is so strong, it's not that difficult for people to see 10. You need 2 serious people, kind of like my friend. He had 1 serious person for 7 months and was frustrated. And then all of a sudden, boom, it happened. But because he stayed the course, he could have quit. And he wouldn't be a millionaire today had he quit. But he didn't quit. He kept on going and said, I can do it. I just got to put a cast on that leg. I got to pour some water on it. We got to fix that broken leg. We got to make it happen. We got to build it. And here we are 4 years later. So it's absolutely amazing. So with that, I can go on quite a while. Everybody knows me. I get excited. I get passionate about what I do here and sharing the vision. But I just want to, again, thank everybody. Congratulate them on their testimonials. Appreciate everybody joining the call. The best part of the call is listening to all the teammates and all the people, because that's what this business is. The people business, changing people's lives. Our big mission here is changing people's lives. And it excites me beyond belief to hear all the different individuals that are changing their lives through health and through wealth with 10. So with that, I'll pass it back to, I believe, Mr. T to wrap up the call, and I believe we need to wrap up because we have another call coming behind this call. So Mr. T, thank you so much for hosting the call, and I'll pass it back to you.
All right, Mel, thank you so much. And they actually canceled the call for tonight just to have everybody listen to this one. So you did not go overtime. You could have kept on going, Mel. Thank you so much. And I want to thank you and Amy and Robert. I tell you, that promotion is flat out amazing. I don't believe we've ever had one that much for being an executive. And I've already sent out text blasts to everyone. Get your executives in, get them in now, folks. These are the 3 biggest months in network marketing: September, October, and November. So seize the moment, seize the day, and let's take it to the top. Again, thank you so much, Mel, for coming on this call and sharing your heart with us. Amy as well. I can't say enough about you two. And folks, let's take it to the top. See everybody in D.C. Good night, everybody.